Hello fellow brick fanatics, DJ Legos back for another video, and if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you are notified of when I upload new content. Today I will be taking a look at a 2023 LEGO Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy set. It is Guardians of the Galaxy headquarters. It is set number 76253. It is recommended for building ages 7 and up. Comes with 67 pieces, and I paid $10 for it here in the United States. Without further ado, let's start deconstructing the set and see how it stacks up. So starting off looking at Star-Lord here, accessory-wise, he comes with his standard quad blasters here, though they are molded in a light silver color now. Putting those aside, all the Guardians in this movie have a new uniform, so it is the same across all the sets, but we're going to talk about it here for a little bit. So you do get some toe printing representing the boots, which is nice. A lot of nice detail of the suit there, the red trimming, the Avenger logo now being co-opted by the Guardians, and all that design carrying down on the legs. So it's very nice to get leg printing in a Marvel set. However, there's a little bit of downside to this, because this is bright red printed on dark blue plastic. The red isn't quite as vibrant as it should be. So that's a little bit of a downside. And moving up to the head, another kind of downside is we get the same old Chris Pratt head that we get for the Jurassic World line, as well as anytime we get a Star-Lord minifigure in the Marvel Superheroes line. But it's a nice head. I just would have liked to have seen a new one, but overall, if you haven't seen this head at all and you've been living under a rock, it's very nice. You got some nice facial hair, some stubble, nice color choices for the sideburns, and he comes with that Superman hair in a nougat color. And flipping him around to the back, you have more of the details from the uniform with the red trimming, the utility belt at the bottom there, some nice more detail for the different layers of the suit. And flipping the hair around here, you can see that alternate kind of aggressive face of that head we've seen almost a million times now. So next figure we're going to take a look at is Groot. This is kind of changed, kind of unchanged from the last time we got him. In Guardians Volume 3, he's more of a, he's bigger. We saw this with the holiday special as well. He's bigger, he's less of a teenager, more into the young adult phase of growing up, so he does have a little bit more bulk to him. However, LEGO just chose to reuse assets here, which is fine. Groot didn't really change all that much. So the same legs and torso that we saw with the Teen Groot in the Infinity Saga sets and the holiday special set, those are reused here. However, we do get that ninja shoulder pauldron here, molded in a dark tan color for the first time. That's just to give the in the film, he kind of has more like spiky bark up by his shoulder blades around his neck, so that's what that is trying to emulate here. And we do get the same Groot molded headpiece here. However, it is printed with a newer expression representing a Groot in Guardians a little bit better. Pretty much you get some more lines around his face here for the different look of the bark on him, as well as a more stern expression, and the eyes are significantly smaller than the previous prints. And there is the back of that torso that we've seen before, but it is still a very nicely designed torso with all the intricate details of the bark and the moss that's growing on Groot there. Looking at the main build of the set here, it's mainly supposed to be a facade of the Guardian's base in nowhere. So you do get a little bit of a wall here and a doorway and a table. Moving the table out of the way really quickly, just because it's fairly basic. You do get a couple parts making up a very sturdy stand. You do have one of the coffee cups there in silver on the top of it, and you do have Lego's standard hammer and axe piece on top of there, just laying there. So little bit disappointing that they're not clipped in, but it does set the scene a little bit. But moving on to the main build of the set here, of course, as you can see, it can hinge a little bit just to expand the space if you want to play with it, which is very good. Both decorations that you see right here are stickers. And they're both very nicely designed. However, they are light gray stickers on light gray parts, but the gray on the sticker repeats that problem we've been having for a couple years now of just not color matching correctly. So build wise, this was very smooth to put together, not that much to it. Again, it's just a facade here. You do have some purples and some various shades of gray being used to make the design. Most interesting part for me for the build was kind of getting this, how this sign here is built up, where they got the faux support beam here just kind of resting in that spot just to hold it up. It's not really attached, but it does kind of give the illusion of it being held up. You do have a light fixture here that you can angle up and down as well. And then over here you can see you just got a couple more tools, a wrench and a shovel just clipped on. A little bit of a table that you can put the coffee cup if you want. A little bit of studded here just to oppose minifigures. But again, this is just mainly just a facade just to give you something to play with or something to interact with. Look at the extra parts, not much here. You do have couple of the standard usual suspects for extra pieces, but you do also get an extra one of Star-Lord's blasters as an extra accessory, which is interesting, as well as you do get an extra one of the new color for that ninja armor shoulder piece. Look at the instructions. You do get one smaller booklet here. You do have the vendor on the front of the cover here, which does correct the quality issues with the stickers on the actual model itself. You do have the QR code if you want to use that building app instead. Inside the instructions, you do get that little blurb about how they're slowly transitioning between paper bags and plastic ones, as well as showing off that you can use that builder app if you want to. Star-Lord does utilize the progress bar for this build. And the build is pretty straightforward. Again, it's a very minimal build, so pretty easy to put together and pretty easy instructions to follow. You do have 41 pages of building. And then at the back, you don't have any advertisements, but you do get the standard parts inventory if you need to replace any part for whatever reason. And then at the back, you do get that little sweepstakes thing that they run where you can give some product feedback and have a chance to win a prize, and you do have a generic minifigure sporting. So taking a look at the box, it's that typical $10 impulse kind of set size here. You do have all the hallmarks of the Lego Marvel range here with all the designs that we saw introduced at the start of the year, where they just have the Lego Marvel logo up at the top here, set specs on the side there. You do have the little corner upper right corner here, showcasing the media that it's based off of, which does utilize the promotional art for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 there. You do have the little circles showing the minifigures out down at the bottom. Nice shot of the set. However, unlike the instructions, this does seem to be an actual photo of the set, just touched up a little bit. You can tell just looking at the two stickered elements that they're kind of reflecting what's actually on the product. Top of the box here sports Groot here representing it, and then back of the box you do have more of that aesthetic with the comic book white paneling there. You do have the Guardians logo in the bottom left corner here, another product shot of the set. So going into my final thoughts for the set, build wise it's pretty good. It aimed to give kids a little bit of a facade to play with, so that is really good here. Minifigures are pretty well done. Star-Lord this is the only other set to get him in if you don't want the big huge flagship of the set, so it is nice getting him here in the uniform. And as well, this is the only set that Groot for Volume 3 comes in, so this kind of is the only way to get him. So quality-wise, again, you do have the issues with the stickers of not matching the color of the bricks that they're put on. And on Star-Lord, the red trim on his outfit, I think we're going to see that throughout the entire wave here, but that bright red against that darker blue plastic just doesn't pop like it's shown on the box too, so that's just not that great. But overall, this is a $10 set. This is meant for kids with not that much money who may want a Guardian set but can't afford the bigger ones. So this does scratch the itch for them. You do get Groot, you do get Star-Lord. This is very much worth $10 to me, so again, I highly recommend the pickup, and this set does get a 9 out of 10 for me, so again, pick it up if you want it, and I will see you in the next video. Until next time, stack on.